Welcome to The Guide. It's what you should know for where you want to go, what you didn't know for where you are, and what you can prevent from what you could learn. So why not learn from each other, together, here on The Guide.
What's good? My name is AP, born and raised in Ottawa, Canada, and I'm a producer, singer, songwriter. My passion for music started when I was about 7. I started off being a drummer, and from there I just fell in love with music ever since.
If I fall, would you fall with me? Cause I've been rolling in the city where you can't trust no more.
So I want to get a bit of a background from you.
Yeah.
I need you to tell us about your childhood. You know, how did music come about? Was this something that you grew up in, or is this something that, you know, you just discovered later on?
Yeah, no, definitely something I grew up in. Age 7, I was playing drums. I was playing at church and all that, so I was into instruments. But it's something I grew up in because my dad used to make music.
Yeah.
It runs in the family. He's just been around music his whole life. I think it just passed on to me and all my siblings growing up. So even a funny thing that happened, he used to like group my sisters, and I don't know what he was on, but yeah, they had a group growing up. I was young at those times, but they definitely had a group growing up. I think he had like 1 album out. He was doing this thing with music. He traveled the world also. He's been places, performed, so it's definitely something that's in the family, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's actually very interesting, you know. But before you were even an artist and, you know, this became one of your labels, you were a producer before everything.
Yeah.
So talk to us about this. Where does your producer bag come in?
I mean, listen, I started at 13. But I gave up.
Wow.
I took a break from 13 and 14, I went back in. So it really started at 13, and that's when the journey started. Just started making beats. Ever since I was young, I think at like the age of 7, I was gifted a piano, had a few sounds.
Oh, wow.
A few like piano sounds and a few like drum sounds. So what I used to do is I used to press the record button, record the melody.
Just make a few beats.
Yeah, record the melody and then press play and play beats to the melody I recorded.
You know, it's actually funny. Before you even had to touch an instrument or anything, you were a dancer. You were doing your little, what was it back in the days, crumping?
Yeah.
You're doing your crumping.
I mean, is that really considered musical?
It's considered musical. Not everybody has rhythm.
Yeah,
so
facts,
for you to be so young and, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I might have hit a 1-2 Dumbolo equation.
You know you did.
1-2 Dumbolo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my Congolese people. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, yeah, nothing too crazy.
But back on the producing part,
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting how, you know, you were so into that and you were raised into the music and everything. But I'm very interested in your transition from being a producer into being an artist. When was the point that you actually realized that you wanted to pursue music in that way? You know, that you wanted to actually become an artist, because this is your most recent.
Yeah, I say this all the time to like my close friends. Well, obviously God had a plan, but I say, fam, I became an artist by accident.
What do you mean by accident?
Okay, because listen, I always wanted to be the producer, the one behind the sound, the one finding the voice for this, finding the voice for that. I never really wanted to be,
to have a spotlight on you.
Not even that, I just never really wanted to like be the one singing on the instrumentals or whatever. But I guess I forgot what age it was, but I just started right into my own production as I was making it.
And you started
singing? Singing and just writing my own songs. As I was making the beats, I had a song ready. And, you know, from there.
So I think that is interesting that you have been literally very active when it came to music. You know, even if it was dancing, you've always been active. You know, balancing being a producer, but also being an artist. Have you ever encountered any challenges along your journey?
Yeah, I mean, being an artist has just actually been like 1 year. So I maybe haven't encountered that many challenges yet, but as a producer, I've encountered so many challenges. I think one of the biggest things we face as producers is rejection, because you're spending your time making a piece of art. You think it's going off, you think it's banging, you think it's fire, and you send it out to an artist, and boom, they don't rock with what you did. And that's a form of rejection, whether you want people believe it or not. It is, and yeah, I guess that's one of the few challenges I went through as a producer. I actually have a funny story. As I was younger, I used to like try to please my big brother all the time. So it's like, I remember one time I made a fire beat and I like waited for him to come. I was like, oh man, this guy's home finally. And I was like, yo, let me show him this beat I made. It took me like the whole day. And as soon as he came in, he heard the beat and he was like, yo, this is trash, like turn it off.
Oh.
I was broken. Like it took me like 4 hours to make that beat, and just like that.
You know, brothers are always like that though.
You know what I'm saying?
Always being hard on you and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that was, you know, that it sucks. You were young, he crushed your dreams.
Yeah.
But it was criticism, right?
Yeah, it was for the better, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a loss. I learned from it, right?
Of course. And you know, without that criticism, you wouldn't be the producer you are today, you know.
Exactly.
One of the first artists to actually give you a chance to produce for them was Ailes.
Yeah.
And I just need to know, how did he find you, or how did you find him?
Yeah, that's sick. Now, shout out to my boy Ailes. He actually didn't find me, I found him. I was just like 15, I was cruising on YouTube and I seen this Afro. I never seen him before, so I guess he was new on the scene. I seen this guy just making Afro music and all that, and he had this one song called Ycee. And I was like, yo, this is a fire track. And I played this video like 10 times. So I went in the creds or whatever, the description, and I seen that it said his name and it said like Toronto. I was like, yo, wait, so this guy's not from Africa, he's actually from Toronto?
So you saw that he was close.
He was close, he was literally 3 hours away, so I was like, that's crazy. And then right under that, there was his IG, there was his Facebook, there was his Twitter. So being a nosy 15-year-old kid,
you slid in the DMs.
All right, don't say that. Don't say that. But being a nosy 15-year-old, I clicked the Facebook link, obviously. That's what was popping at that time. And I sent him a message, just, you know, told him, hey, young producer from Ottawa, I make beats. Within an hour, surprisingly, he hit me back.
He messaged you back.
He was like, yo, send me something. Let me hear something. Yeah.
That's super humble. That's super crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Ailes. That's big for him, super humble.
I feel like a lot of artists, you know, sometimes are hesitant to give beginners a chance, but that's crazy that he gave you that. Now, you know, you have been buzzing right now. You have been buzzing literally in the past year. I feel like you've been the most active when it came to your music. And you had this chance with Ailes, but I'm curious to know, who are the other artists that you had the opportunity to work with and to produce for?
You want to know for this year, or you want to know like?
I want to know in general. I mean, if you have more, please.
Yeah, I mean, this year was a lot of production. I did 2 albums this year, 2 full albums this year, and a few EPs. Worked with people in Africa and in UK and locally as well. Yeah. You might know I just did worked on my boy Ycee's album.
Yeah, you did. I saw your name. Yeah.
Just worked with Becca Folks in UK as well.
Yeah.
Locally, or not locally, but in Toronto, worked with my guy Killa da Crook and Jay Brown and a few other projects, you know. So it's been a production been.
It's been good. It's been good. I even remember one time hopping on IG and you were on IG Live with Zlatan.
Oh yeah.
That is the most random artist. Like, how did that even come about that you were just randomly on IG Live with Zlatan?
Yo, I sent him a voice note of a beat and I told him, yo, I'm a young producer. Like, hear me out. Send me your email. And he played the voice note and followed me and posted me on his story. And then from there, I think like that same day or that same week, he went live. And I was like, yo, bun it. let me see what's good. Yeah, let me request. Let me see what's good to the man. I'm in the studio anyways. So I just clicked on the request and boom, he actually accepted it.
That's crazy.
He's like, yeah, you're the guy I was talking to. I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, play me something. You know, and I played him something and he was like, yeah, fire. And he's like, yo, I'll send you my email. And you know,
that's where you hit it off. You had a lot of support from some of your fans, you know, some people that support you in Ottawa.
Yeah.
You know, you've also you know, working with Zontan is such a great opportunity that
I mean, he hasn't. I don't think he dealt with anything I sent him yet. Not that I heard of, so I can't say I really worked with him, but let's just keep it.
Oh, that's actually true.
He hasn't sent me
yet.
nothing yet back, so I don't really know if he hopped on anything I sent him, but let's just.
At least you have his contact, you know, to get informed and all that. Honestly, you have been in the music, not only producing, but being an artist for quite a bit of time now. Altogether, you've been in music for a bit. I need to know, what was your very first hit, and tell us about that experience. How did you feel about that?
So we talking hit as like producer making a beat, or hit as like a songwriter making a song?
You know what, I want to know hit as a songwriter, because everybody knew you were a producer for many, many years, but you actually started being more active with, you know, producing and making your own music. What was it, like last year? And you had a hit. You dropped your first single last year.
Lately I've been running out of time, and I've been on the one.
So, you know, what was that like?
I mean, I think I had this one song I think it was the second single I dropped. I knew it was so electric. Sorry. I knew it was crazy because I just did the chorus in the basement, and me and my sister did like a snap video to it, just messing around and just dancing. She had her head wrap and everything, and just it was just a 30-second snippet of the song. But people were screen recording it and posting it everywhere on IG, everywhere on Snapchat, like 40 mentions. And just that little, you know, so I knew this song, it was gonna
pop.
I knew that was gonna be my first.
You had to finish it at that point.
Yeah, and that was Time, my second single, Time, featuring my big dog, of course, PK, Pastor Kofi, that's my big dog. But
I think that was really amazing. Time is still popping now. It's such a summer vibe, you know. But one thing that I noticed about your music, and something that I actually really love about you, is that you are so transparent in your music, which actually makes your music so relatable. And I just want to know, why is that so important for you? I
mean, I feel as a faith-based artist, you kind of have to be transparent, you know, just to show people you have flaws as well. Nobody's perfect. I can't sit here and lie to you all the time, or no one's gonna really
feel your music if you're just putting.
Feel with you, or they're not gonna really want to rock with you if you're being fake.
Yeah, I notice everything it's literally relatable. You could be of any faith.
Any faith, I don't any faith. I just want you to relate to me. I don't care I don't care whatever you believe in, what you do. You could be a crack addict. I don't care as long as you can relate to me.
As long as you can feel what you're talking about.
Exactly.
That's what matters. Now, you released your first single last year, which was Ride For Me. It was more of an R&B type of vibe, but this song was featured on multiple YouTube pages as well as Instagram pages. And these are not small pages, these are big pages. You got, I believe, if I remember correctly, over 45,000 views on one of the YouTube pages. But you dropped your music video for Ride For Me this year. I want to know the concept behind the music video, and you know, just the song in general. What were you thinking when you were writing this song, Ride For Me?
Had a lot of pain, try to hide it like a side chick. They gon' say I've changed, but I've grown, you should try. Just another day, every day, another fight. Trying to pay the way, we just really on a wave now. Trust me, this ain't really nothing new.
I mean, it's kind of, Ride For Me is it's kind of self-explanatory. It's like, you know, Ride For Me. Nah, but I was just making a song in the perspective of us humans, but like saying we shouldn't put our trust in other humans, but we should put it in like God instead. And I just wrote about that. And you know, we all go through situations or things sometimes where you might trust someone, or you might depend on someone and they let you down. So it's just what I wrote about, you know?
I think that's such a good message to know that, you know what, as much as you have people around you, you really should just, you know, rely on God in the first place. Now, obviously you've been active in your music career. You are doing the thing. You are grinding right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and you're still grinding and working with artists. I just absolutely need to know, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years?
Like when we talk about AP, who are we looking at in 5 years?
You want to know everything, or you want to know just musically? Because in 5 years, I see a lot. I know I do music, but don't think it's just music. We're doing.
Let's talk about in just music generally. How far do you see yourself going musically in 5 years from now?
Definitely traveling, more production. I love producing. I'm a producer first, so definitely more production, more placements. Always connecting, always trying to, hop on what's next. Always trying to learn.
It's so good.
But definitely traveling, touring.
You should be touring. Your music is so good. I honestly feel like the whole world should know. Somebody might be watching this and actually seeing you and saying, you know what, I really want to step into music in general. Do you have any advice that you could give to somebody that might be hesitant to go into music, or just any advice in general that you could give to someone that wants to pursue music?
Yeah, I definitely say, focus on your lawn. There's
your lane.
No, not even lane, lawn.
Oh, your lawn, okay.
You know when you're cutting your grass, my lawn, your lawn. Because there's a saying, the grass is greener over there. But you should just focus on you. Everyone's different, So don't feel like, and it's today in society, like on IG, nobody posts their failures. They just post, their achievements.
What they want people to see.
So it's so easy for us to go and, you see someone doing what you want to do and they're doing it way better, so you can get discouraged. But don't really get discouraged, just focus on you, cut your grass, make sure your grass is green. Don't focus on the neighbor's grass. Yeah, his grass is green, but
that's right.
Focus on your grass, and everything's gonna come in handy at one point in your life, Just don't give up, stay dedicated to the dream and what you want to do.
I think that is so awesome. Now, I'm so happy to have had the chance to talk to you and actually, break down your musical career, the artist that you are, the producer that you are. And I'm so excited for what you're gonna have in store in the upcoming years. In 5 years, I'm trying to see you travel. I'm trying to travel to go see you too.
Definitely.
But that is it for our interview today, guys. And we will see you on our next interview. Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Kel. Thank you so much for tuning into The Guide. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos you do not want to miss out.